Hello everyone, I'm Marieanne, the Artsie Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Well, I've been having a busy week. This last week, I've been spring cleaning out my craft cabin. My husband and I have decided it's time to move house and move away from the mountains. It's getting far too busy and noisy up here for us, and we want to move out to a bit further into the country. The Blue Mountains is not really country, it's still fairly urban area. We're not that far from Sydney, so we want to move a little bit further away and somewhere a little bit quieter and a bit more room. So we want a bit larger block of land, and yes, so that's what we've been. We want to try and put the house on the market in January. So I've been busy the last couple of weeks clearing out our house and getting rid of everything we don't want to take with us, and rearranging the rooms so that they're ready to for people to come through and have a look. And so this week I've got the house done pretty much the way I wanted, and now I got to clearing out my craft cabin. And you'll see in the photo here, this is how many books I've been collecting over the last couple of years or more. Actually, there's a few there that I've had for a long time, and I decided I've gone through and used pages out of most of them, and some I've kept. I haven't thrown out, but these ones will be going to recycling, so they won't get thrown out completely. And I went through, before I did throw them, put them out, I went through and got out all the images and that I wanted, and I ended up, so from that pile, I ended up with three folders full of images here, and you can see there's images of flowers and all kinds of things, and then children's books, and then all the general books and history books and that kind of thing. So I've got it culled down to these three, so that's what I can get all my images from the books. And I've also got other just ordinary books without images in them that I keep to use as pages in my journals. The other ones I had were that I got were these images here. You can see I got a whole lot of them. These are some of them that I just couldn't part with. I love the images, and I thought there's got to be some way that I can use these images in my journals. And so I thought a good idea is to make a background page or make a feature page out of these images. And what I thought I would do is to, you can see I've got lots here, and of course you can't always use the whole page, or you don't want to use the whole image, I should say. So you can just cut it down to panels, something that you can create a feature around on a page. So these are just some of the things here. You can cut this down, and this will be a little feature on a page. So I thought today that I would have a little experiment and bring you along with me, and to turn some of these pages, or one of these pages, into like a feature page for a junk journal. And I've got, even here, you could create a very moody, grungy look in your journal by just using a little part of the image. So you can imagine you can cut it down and use that as the focal point on a page. So that's the idea I'm going with today. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to cut out a panel of this image and use that as my centerpiece for a page layout. And the good thing is I made this journal ages ago, and I haven't really worked in it. So today I can use a page in this, start filling it up, and I'll open this up. I made this a few months ago. I can't remember what month it was, but it was one of my monthly journals that I made. And I picked out a page. So go through. I think I picked out, yes, I have on this one, and got to get that stay down. Okay, so I'm going to work on this page here, and so I've got some, so this I'll cut out and use this part of this image on this page, and I've got my scraps, tons of scraps here. I like to start using these up. As you can see, these are only a few of my scraps, and I definitely won't be throwing any of them out. So I need to use some up quickly. So what going to do is decide on how much of this image I want to use, and then I'll use it as a centerpiece, and then I'll just add bits and pieces of these images, these scraps, to go with it. I love that. So the first thing I need to do is work out how much of this image and what part of it that I'm going to use on my page. So I thought, because I know I want my panels, I want it to be a centerpiece, so I want to add panels on the outside. So I pretty much want it centered, or maybe to one side, a little bit to one side on my page. So I need to measure up my page here, which I think is about 10 inches high, or 25 centimeters, and about 7 3/4 inches, or 19.5 centimeters. So that being the case, I might make it half the size and about half the size and half the width, perhaps. We'll see how that goes first, and always can tear it down. It's always better to have a little bit bigger than you want, and then you can add things over the top or put things behind, but you don't want to make it too small. So I'll go and cut this panel out to half the size and see how we go from there. It's just a matter of working out where you want to start. So I don't need all this down the bottom, so I might tear this out along that line, and then which means 5 inches from the bottom, 5 inches, or 12.5 centimeters. See if that gives us enough here. 5 inches, 12.5 centimeters, something like that. Maybe a bit taller, because the trees are going up, so I might want it a little bit taller than that. So I might do it about 6 inches. So that's about there. See how that works out. Okay, and I'm just going to line that up and tear it out, because I don't want straight edges. Might have it just a fraction smaller, like that, and then half. And I think this area here is more interesting than this side here, so I will just tear it out. See how wide that is, because mine was 7.5, so I have it 4 inches. See that, what, 4, 3.5, something like that, which will give me this size image here. I think that should be fine. Okay, I can always add these images back in somewhere on the page. So that's my image here. I'm going to leave that side rough, and we'll see how that looks on the page. Just got to keep this flap open and those back there. So I might use a paper clip to clip these down so they don't keep bouncing up on me. There we go. That might be better. And see how that works out. So there we go. I know I want this image here on this side. So if I put that there, somewhere like that, just so I can still see this background. And where's the edge of the page is there. So I had that on that side, and then I could have this on the other side, perhaps behind or on top. I like it so that I have the edge here dark. So if I cut this section out like that, that'll be the edge of my page, and that should work out. Okay, and then I could add this all right down the bottom here. I really like that. Just tear it off, and so have a dark panel on that side, and then have dark, light, and dark, light, and then perhaps this one down the bottom, and I put that up there. Have a little panel here. Thought I had some more paper here. I've got this here. It's a bit like bark texture. And I might add some of this down the bottom. And add that. Okay, because I'll cut these panels down and I tear them out and rearrange them around this center panel. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, I've got bits torn out or cut out, and this is going to go up here like that. It's the only element that I'm going to add at the moment, and I need to tear this down a little bit further, just depending on which way I'm going to have it. I want to keep this on top, and thought I'd have all the image, all the bits on behind, except for the one at the side here. I don't know whether to have it go behind like that. Move this up a bit. This is very delicate, this paper, so I might do that and have that on top, and I'll just leave that image element to the side while I get all this sorted out. The thing about this is there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just a matter of preference. So I could tear that out and have that behind, and so I want that to line up, and then have that one behind there and that one overlapping there, and then that one overlapping that one, or underneath. Might have that underneath and then those on top, something like that anyway. So I might go and tear a couple of edges, and then I'll glue it down on the page, and we'll see how that looks. But it's just a matter of playing around with the images and seeing what you like. And I tried to pick out colors in the photo to choose my papers. That's why I've chosen these papers, because they've got a little bit of trees and leaves and swirls and all that kind of thing in these autumn colors. So that's my idea, and the textures, my idea for what the papers that I've chosen to go with this. So I'll go and glue that down, and we'll see how it looks. This one I like, it's got a bit of gold in there, so there's a little bit of bling. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my camera, but it's keeps cutting out on me. Anyway, this is how as far as I got. I glued all these panels in, and as I was showing you through, I just tore out some of the edges and I glued them down, and I had most of the panels behind, and I wanted to line this edge up with the edge of these panels. And now I've got some string. I've just put some string on there, and now I'm just going to continue it around here to create a border for my feature image. And I'm using some fabric glue to glue it down. If I can keep my piece of string straight. Don't know what's going on with my camera and my computer together are playing up. They're working against me. My tweezers are in here somewhere. Got a pair of tweezers. One pair of tweezers fell to bits on me. My long tweezers, which unfortunately, because I like to use them the best. But never mind. And now I need to get this on here and glue down. Okay, I'm thinking now maybe I should add the glue to the page rather than the string. Might have been a bit easier because it just doesn't want to stay where I put it. Okay, I'm not going to play with it anymore. So she says, and then she keeps playing with it. Okay, there we go. I can, as it dries, I can touch it up a bit more, get it straight. So that's basically the page, and I'm very happy with it. It's very earthy, and so just to finish it off, I thought I would add a few elements. I was thinking about putting flower on there, but because this is kind of a autumn image here, because the leaves are just turning for autumn, I don't think flowers would be appropriate, because some flowers, you do have some flowers in autumn, but I decided instead of that I'd make it more a woodsy scene and add perhaps a fox down here, and also a bird up on the corner here flying down to perch on one of the branches. So you know, I didn't want to do butterflies or anything else, so I thought that those little elements look cute, and you know, it's personal preference. You can do what you want. You add, there's no right or wrong, as I said before. You just add the little elements that you think are right for your page. So there are no rules, and so that's what I'm going to do. And my little fox there, and my cute little birdie. He's out of a magazine. He or she. It's probably a he because he's all colourful. And I want it on that edge, and it's going to be flying into the scene. So might use fabric glue to put him in. And got glue and ink all over my fingers again. That goes with the territory. So I could have him down on the border there, and he's obviously looking at something over there, something of interest. Or perhaps I should have him partly in the scene. I don't want him up there. Might have half and half. Compromise, have him half in the image and half out of it. And there's a lot of glue down here, so I won't be able to shut the journal for a little while until that all dries. Just add these little images. Oops, don't lose his feet. You'll need them. So while I'm gluing all this up, I hope everyone's having a happy crafty day and having a little bit more success in gluing than I am today. I can't complain too much because maybe if I put it on there, it looks like he's sitting on the frame. That might be an idea. Or just overlap a little bit. Like that. He's coming in to land on that frame. There we go. Yes, between problems with my phone, mirror imaging on my computer and my phone keeps cutting out. Phone camera keeps cutting out for some reason. I have no idea what's going on today. Never mind. It's one of those days, especially when you know, I've been feeling a bit off with doing videos these last couple of weeks. As some of you, if you've watched my channel, you might have noticed that I have been posting many videos because before I go, this one, I forgot to add this little element here. So better ink it up and put it on the corner there. I'm only using this because it was part of that page up here, and I thought it might add a bit of interest to the page. That's the only reason I'm adding it. No special reason other than that. So I better hurry up and glue it in. I was leaving myself a message to add it, and then I still forgot. So I'll add that into the corner. There you go, that's the page completed. Now, I thought that was a fun little project. I absolutely love this page. I think it's beautiful, and so I'm glad I had to cull some of my books to get this image and to get this idea, and absolutely thrilled with how it turned out and all the elements on there. It's very rustic looking, very forestry, and so I hope everyone has a happy crafty day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.